too.
Right?
So
Like,
can anybody hear the music?
we can all
Yes.
hear the music.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's Kirby.
It is
Kirby.
Kirby. You don't get a point for that.
But that might be the only point I get tonight.
Might be.
I cannot
I'll be
promise.
right back.
Match, Lucas.
Well, I'm
No
noticing
thanks, I don't smoke.
I'm noticing my internet isn't cutting out since I stopped playing Mario Tennis, so I'm wondering if that was the culprit.
I will take you on afterwards then.
I will play you after we finish recording.
I don't have to work tomorrow, so I'm good for all night.
Yay! I don't either, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
I'll be up all night anyway, even though I do work tomorrow.
You have to work tomorrow? That sucks.
Not really. I volunteered for the skeleton crew because I thought Justina was working. But
And
it's
he
an
makes
it's an
hella
extra-
bank.
Yeah, it's $350 for 8 hours.
That's good. Some places don't pay you anything extra for holiday.
Yeah. Oh, and that's on top of my
Indubitably.
salary.
So do you guys get paid vacation or paid holidays? Because I don't get that.
I do.
I work at a small company that we don't get fancy things like that.
I also get time off, which is weird. I've never had that before.
Oh, I have 2 weeks off every year.
Paid?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't take it very often, but it's nice when it's there.
Well, the funny thing is this is the first job I've had where I've actually had time off to take. So it's strange for me actually taking time off.
Apparently, there's a big problem with millennials not taking enough time off.
I don't take it until I'm extremely burned out. By then,
Yeah.
I probably should have
Sounds
taken it a
about
month
right.
earlier.
Apparently, we're like super into working to the point where like we don't take time off when we should, and it causes some issues. So don't be afraid to take that time off.
For me, it's just I don't like asking for time off. It's not that I'm super into working.
Yeah, I don't really mind it. I haven't really had to do anything hardcore, but I would gladly take a vacation if I had such time available.
I don't mind asking for the time off. It's coming back and being behind the next day that sucks.
Mm.
Well, we're live. I see some Jay-Z's up in here. Just so you guys know, I and you guys wouldn't know this, minus and Phantom, but this week I'm gonna be piping in the music live, like for the cuts between the breaks and everything like that. The only one I'm not gonna pipe music in for is like the intro, because I add in extra stuff in the intro. So that one will still just be my ass talking. So
That bums me out because that's the part I get to introduce.
Well, actually, you're gonna get music for your part.
Oh, good.
Because you know how we bullshit first,
Oh, you
and then
mean
we.
the very intro. Okay.
Yeah. So, just so you guys know, that's gonna be a thing. Are y'all ready to rock and roll with the show? I'm gonna take that as a resounding yes.
Oh, we're super pumped. Like you don't
See?
even
There's a lot of energy in this room.
What?
too much, maybe. Too much.
I
Energy?
mean, let's
there's-
pipe it down
there's-
a little bit, guys.
There's plenty of energy in this room. I don't know about that room or the other.
All right, I'm gonna make a note in my Audacity, and we'll get the show started. All right, let's do it. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Infendo Radio. This is the day early edition because tomorrow is the 4th of July. Clearly, that means today's the 3rd. I hope you all are having a fantastic 4th of July if you're stateside. But before that happens, we have a fantastic show to get to, and I have 5 fantastic co-hosts. Let's start with our non-regulars. How are you doing tonight, Phantom?
Doing good. I really thought you missed a chance to play the Brady Bunch there. I really did.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
I'm gonna remember that for next time. We'll get like an 8-bit version of that song or something like that.
Can we just make that the intro for the Infendo edition?
Right.
It does have like the pictures in the square and everything.
Right. Minus, how are you doing tonight? It sounds like you had a week last week.
Yes, it was quite a week, but you know I've got the next 5 days off, so I'm gonna enjoy it.
Hey, we'll
Dude.
take that.
Hey.
But before we get to get to the show proper, let's introduce all the rest of the co-hosts. I've got Lucas with us tonight. How are you doing tonight, Lucas?
My soul is spiraling in frozen fractals all around. I'm doing just Ducky.
I think there's a reference I'm missing.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why I didn't recognize it. But yeah, there's a reference for some reason.
What
Justin,
just happened?
Justin,
I'm
are
not
you
sure.
getting the references tonight? How are you doing this evening?
I am doing. I'm okay.
We'll
Let me
take
get my
okay.
coffee down, and I'll be even better.
All right. Get a couple of espresso.
I'll start
beans in
rapping
ya.
for you if you want.
Oh Lord Almighty!
boy.
Let's get to the news before that happens. Steve, how are you doing tonight?
How do I follow this up?
You rap.
I don't even know what to do.
Up in here, up in here.
This is how we do it.
Oh God. Well, thank you for joining us this evening. If you're watching us live, be sure to hit that like button on the YouTube stream. We would really appreciate that. Hit subscribe as well if you like what we're doing. And, of course, go to infendo.com to see all the cool stuff that's happening. But, well, this is going to be weird because I have to, like, make an audible break here because I'm going to add music. So let me just make an Audacity note. All right, Lucas, so I'm going to just play a few seconds of music, and then you're going to take us into the news as, like, you'll hear the volume go down, okay?
Okay.
This is going to be interesting. Hopefully it fucking works. God willing.
Also, when I freeze and get disconnected from the call for like 20 seconds, just assume that I'm still just talking about the news. So
Fair enough. All right, well, you ready? Because here it fucking comes. Music's going to start piping in. Let's go
So
with
not ready.
this one. It's okay, neither am I.
oh my God, news is great, isn't it? I love news so much, and you should too, because that's what we start every show with. My news that I'm going to be talking about first and foremost is about Pichu and Ice Climbers and all those other characters you didn't care about until about a month ago when Sakurai announced that they're all coming back in Smash Bros. Guess what? They're all getting amiibos. That other thing that you thought you didn't care about, but now you suddenly do again. Amiibos are back, Pichu and Ice Climbers are back, and it turns out we're getting a whole slew of just freaking amiibos all over the place. We have got Ridley, Daisy, and Inkling Girl. Those were revealed during the Smash Bros. Ultimate reveal. In addition to that, we've got Pichu, we've got Ice Climbers. I'm pretty sure I heard we were going to be getting Young Link as a thing, and all those characters are coming back. So, long story short, if you like amiibos, you're going to be able to buy all of them in Smash Bros. Form again. So, if there's a character you really want as an amiibo, like, I don't know, maybe Pumpkaboo, your favorite Pokemon. Maybe hope that he gets in Smash Bros, because then you could get an amiibo of Pumpkaboo, which is something everybody really needs, right? I don't know. What do you guys think about amiibos?
I think you just set up a perfect segue that I can't take right now.
I did, but it's way too early, so let's talk about amiibos.
So one thing that I was kind of hearing about this is there's no guarantee that, so like say Link, we know he's a returning character. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're getting another Link amiibo.
Yeah, just because the costume is different. Yeah, which honestly doesn't bother me. You know?
Yeah,
it's more like functionality. Like you can't have amiibo accessibility for almost everyone except for like say Young Link. You know?
Right.
Like that's got to be a thing.
What confuses me though is
Question.
That depends on if it's got its own like chip ID or if it
does.
puts
It
generic
does.
Link chips in it.
It actually does.
It
have
does
its own
because it gives you different rewards in Breath of the Wild and Hyrule Warriors.
Then I would assume, it should function as a Young Link, hopefully. I guess.
Yeah. Because they did also confirm that any amiibo that's out that's based on a character from the franchise. So if you've got, I don't know, is there a villager amiibo card, for instance?
There's not a villager amiibo card, but that could be a thing, and it could
So
work.
yeah, so
Dude.
I don't know. That was a bad
Ooh.
example.
I wonder what happens if I scan my Rossetti amiibo.
I assume absolutely nothing, but it would be cool. It would be fun.
But yeah,
I know
so
there's not No, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, so yeah, like the Daisy amiibo from the Mario series will function in the exact same way that the Daisy amiibo from the Smash Brothers series will.
Yeah.
But let's face
mean-
it, the Smash Brother amiibo all look better because, you know, they're all like hyper detailed. So I'm probably going to want another Daisy amiibo.
Yeah, I guess
I'll
so.
be getting all the Pokemon.
Did I know I don't know if we've already broached this, but are they gonna do all of the like because that's basically what Daisy is, right? Are they gonna do all of those Alpha or Mega characters or whatever they're talking about? All of
Well,
those
they're-
are gonna get amiibo.
Echo?
They're doing Daisy,
yeah.
so I assume they'll be doing everybody. Yeah.
That'd be
Well,
so rad.
Most of the Echo characters though were already in the
Yeah.
last Smash Brothers,
Right.
so they already have an amiibo. So they're not necessarily going to do another redesign, but they may do a reprint, for instance.
Let me put it this way. I have a feeling that the majority of characters that we're going to get that are new in this game are going to be Echo Fighters, and they're going to want to capitalize on the whole, money making side of that with amiibos.
Right.
So, because Echo Fighters are so easy to make. So assuming they make a ton of Echo Fighters and assuming that each one of those has the potential to sell, a $15 amiibo, yeah, they're going to make amiibos of every new character in the game.
No,
I want-
Toys R Us isn't around anymore. They're not $15.
I want a K Rool that plays like DDD.
That would be pretty cool. I could see that. I don't know.
Phantom
Personally,
Minus,
I'm
you guys want to chime in before we have the timer hits here?
You got minus.
I have more amiibo than I know what to do with.
Mhm.
I'm one of those that got in the box and out of the box for Smash Brothers. So, the only one I don't have is Roy. So I'm kind of happy he might be coming back. So possibly I can get him for market price and not expensive. But other than that, if there's a lot of new ones, I don't think I'm gonna do that again.
Sure.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, I'm also kind of over amiibos by and large.
I think the only one I might get is Cloud because I love Final Fantasy VII. But other than that,
Wouldn't mind a Ridley.
I'll be fighting for a Ridley. A Ridley,
Yeah, I think
and then
Ridley's
the
going to be the
other
hot
Pokemon.
ticket, right?
Oh yeah, it's too bad they don't make Ridley like one of those jumbo Detective Pikachu ones. Though.
Oh,
This
that
is like an added screw you to like everybody. Here's your Ridley amiibo, chunk.
I wonder if my Squidgy Metroid amiibo will be useful in Smash.
Sure. Well, that was our timer, so we're gonna move on to the next news topic, and we'll be right here with that. I'm gonna have to edit the shit out of this shit because shit.
The
I don't know
Pika.
how to-
Make it any
That's a lot of Pikas.
I haven't figured out how to do the transition with the music and
how
everything.
how is the truck driver cursing less than the host?
Okay, so my question is, we're doing this because it's going to be easier to edit, right?
Yes.
Quote unquote. Is
Yeah.
it though? 'Cause,
Yeah, 'cause
like,
if you have to edit your mistakes out, then it's going to make the
Well,
mu-
not-
But I
Not-
already had to edit anyway, so like I'm only gonna have to edit once instead of like edit and then edit
Well,
music
yeah, but-
in.
yeah, but now you're gonna have to like cut it in between like every. I mean, you're the one doing it. You do what you
I
want
literally do
I'm
that. I
saying,
literally
like-
do that. I literally do that anyways. I cut each set. I don't know if you listen to the. Steve knows. Steve fucking knows. He knows.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I do know. I'm on.
Yeah, no,
YouTube.
this is definitely gonna make it a lot easier.
I'm not. It's not a war. I'm not on you. I'm just saying. I feel like he's throwing himself in for more than he bargains here.
No,
If-
I
if-
just don't know how I'm going to. I just have to get in the flow of it because like I can't transition the topics the same way, right? Because we need like a break in between. So it's just gonna be a learning experience. But anyways, who the fuck is next?
I think me.
Okay, Justin, I'm gonna play some music, and then I think it's best if I give you like a visual cue as well. So just kind of look for like a thumbs up or something, and then you can start talking. Okay?
Okay, because I was looking at the show notes, not you. So let me switch over.
You'll
Okay,
have to look at me for a second, and then you don't have to look at me anymore, Justin.
thank God.
I know.
Oh.
Justin's news. I don't even remember what your news is. Okay, so I'm gonna start the music here, and then we'll see what the fuck happens. I think it might be loud at first. Yeah, that's way too loud. Let me adjust it. You know?
Well, I'm glad this makes your editing easier because it's certainly not making the live show any easier.
Yeah, thanks
It's
for
great
pointing
out.
that out,
It's great
Justin.
out.
We really needed you to point that out. Thank you very much.
Great out.
What? I can't hear you. My ears are still ringing.
Okay, let's try it again. All right, I'm gonna go, and then I'll give you an audio cue, visual cue.
All right. All right, well, speaking of Smash and Amiibo, one character who is not going to be getting a new Amiibo for Smash is Waluigi, because, you know, he's not in Smash. And in an interview with the Washington Post, in an interview with Reggie Fils-Aimé and the Washington Post, they actually asked him about Waluigi being in Smash and why Nintendo hates him. And he says, clearly, this is a quote from Reggie, clearly Nintendo does not hate Waluigi because I am here with him as my main character in Mario Tennis Aces. Look, we're already making every character that's ever been in Smash, a Smash Brothers game, available in Smash Brothers Ultimate. You would think that would be enough to satisfy the fans, but no, the fans have to focus on the one character that isn't part of the series and demand their inclusion. He goes on to say that Sakurai, you know, was at E3 and was listening, and he knows that there is a huge fan outcry for Waluigi, but isn't saying whether or not he'll be playable. I'm guessing he's not, but since he's already an assist trophy. Does anybody care? I don't.
I do.
I
do. I want Waluigi in everything. I want Waluigi to have his own game. He's the best character that hasn't ever gotten any recognition. Clearly, Nintendo hates Waluigi.
I have a gripe though. I think that it's kind of presumptuous of Reggie to get on the fans' cases about wanting a new character in Smash when that's the entire series. This entire series up through Brawl has just been Sakurai teasing people with new characters online for years and years before the game comes out. That's what this series is. So you can get upset if that's what's going on and you don't use that as a business practice, but that's what you do with this series is tease characters. You put little character reveals at the end of every direct. Of course people are going to be character focused and they're going to want new characters. You can't get on our case for that.
Well, I think he was mostly kind of, you know, poking fun at the fans, because ultimately Reggie has no say in it. It's all Sakurai's decision, and if he decides to do it, he will. If not, he won't. But I think what he's saying is Nintendo doesn't hate Waluigi, but Sakurai clearly does not see him as a worthwhile character for Smash.
Yeah, I think he could make it. I don't really care, kind of like you. But I mean, if he's in, cool. You know, if he's not, fine. Yeah. And I mean, this match, like you said, he probably won't be because he's already an assist trophy. But I could see him making it as DLC or something. You know?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, what is? I mean, aside from the fact that it would complete the
plumber quad,
the quartet of.
Did someone say complete a set?
Italian brothers. What is the? Again, the same question I asked with Ridley. What is the appeal of the character that he absolutely must be there?
I mean what's the appeal of your favorite character, Justin? I mean, that's kind of hard.
The thing, though.
I don't know if I really have a favorite character, so that doesn't really work.
But see,
happy with whatever's there.
But see, that's the point. Like, for me, Ridley has been a character I've wanted for 20 years. So actually getting him is yes, finally, one of my favorite characters from one of my favorite series is in a game. I don't personally care about Waluigi any more than I care about Crash Bandicoot. But I think everybody has a right to want their favorite character and to not be, judged or otherwise, put in a corner for it.
Nobody puts Waluigi in the corner.
Quality contributions, Phantom. You're getting it down now.
Showing my age.
Justin,
showing
I think
my
you've got some loop back going on. It's getting hickey.
Yep, and I just got the warning.
So now that we have that, but what happens if you start playing the character and you find out that you're not good at it? you're not good with the character.
That's a thing. That's legitimately a thing.
So
Like-
even though they might be your
Yeah.
favorite, you might suck at them or pika at them, however you want to put it.
But here's my counter to that is like
You can
I
say
might not
suck.
be.
It's fuck you can't say.
Thank you.
What was that?
I might not be like a very good Ridley player. Like I don't do well with like high level players or anything like that, or really heavy characters. But
I like Waluigi too.
thank you. You're gonna have to do some editing. But the point, like just because a character's in the game doesn't mean you have to play as them to enjoy them being in the game. Like I'm going to enjoy having Samus in the game because I'm going to get to, or Ridley in the game because I'm going to get to do like Samus versus Ridley or like Bowser versus Ridley and stuff like that. Like that's the appeal for me. I suck as
Same.
Ganondorf, but having him in is fun because it gives me somebody to fight when I'm playing as Link.
Yeah,
All right,
it's
that's
like
fair.
for me. For me, it's like exactly what Lucas said. It's like how can I make my Army Man construction set type of thing? You know, like how can I make my playset dreams come true? And now
Yeah.
I can with some of these new characters. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, we are going to move on to our final news topic, and Steve is going to take us away, but not yet because I got to edit this fucking part out.
Pika.
Okay. I'm gonna get better at this by the end of the show. Think I've got a system. So Steve, same thing. I'm gonna thumbs up, and then you'll hear the audio go down, but the thumbs up will mean you can start talking. Okay.
So you're also counting on us each getting better while that's a thing. Are we still setting up? I have a minor question that might be good for a live show question if we are.
Yeah. What up?
Is anybody else getting really fed up with this little nub
Yeah.
that goes at the end of your like it's gotten to the point now where it's popped out so many times for me that now it's constantly loose, like it won't click into place anymore, so I've just taken it off.
I had
Because
to
I-
actually order another one because the little plastic thing on mine broke. Like the.
Can I,
the
if I
little nub.
order another one, do you think that would work? Because I don't know if the problem is on the inside or the outside, but it's frustrating. It's like all
Look
I
at
want is
the-
like
There's like two little nubs on either side of the where
they
it clicks in.
look fine, so it's probably an internal issue. But like I don't see any damage anywhere. It's just it flops. It doesn't stay in place. And it's like I would love to like I actually think it works well. Like I don't have a problem with the actual stand. Yeah, I know, Phantom. This is all very suggestive. But
I wish Justin was here for this.
but my problem is that like it won't even stay in place now. And like I don't know what to do with that. Like
I honestly don't use it, but I also have a grip, and my grip doesn't have a spot for it to come out, so you can't even use it.
I mean, they do sell cases that have a better kickstand on them. So
Yeah.
maybe invest in
Right.
one of those.
But see, that's the thing. I'm not really a case person. Like, I like my system to be as like light and portable as possible, and having to throw a case onto
You
it
could
just
get
kind of
a-
like clunks it up.
You could get a stand like we bought Justin or like I bought myself.
Yeah,
Honestly-
this thing's awesome.
I think my solution is just going to be keep it off, but like keep it with the system. So if I ever need to stand it up, I can just pop it back in, and you know.
Sure.
I would
Is your
keep it
SD
on
card
just-
safe?
Yeah,
I
that's what I was gonna
mean,
say.
relatively, it's showing.
I
Oh,
don't
you'll
think so.
find out eventually. If it falls
Yes.
out.
Well, it's not like I'm playing in like sandstorms or anything, so I think it'll be fine. It's situated.
Well, but I mean,
When
it's
you
more
do,
likely to
though-
get bumped and pop out.
It's
All
fine.
right, I'm gonna roll us back in. Steve, are you gonna be ready once the
Yeah, I'm
music
ready.
is going down? All right, I'm gonna try not to blast you guys this first time around. Let's go minus, not you minus 7.
So we have an announcement from Nintendo Versus that came out this week. They're preparing for the 1-year anniversary Splatfest, and this Splatfest is actually going to be kind of cool, a little bit different. You're still going to pick your team. You're going to pick, how do they do it? Team Squid versus Team Octopus. But the cool thing about this particular Splatfest is whichever team you play for, in addition to getting a shirt when you do the Splatfest, you will actually be playing as a squid if you're on Team Squid, or an octoling if you're playing on Team Octopus. And that works even if you haven't bought the Octo expansion DLC, you'll still be able to sign up for Team Octopus if you want to. That was actually really cool. I'm I'm almost positive that Team Octopus is going to be the popular vote.
Well, yeah.
So
I'm
because
going
it's
Team
new,
Octo.
Rep it.
that's what I'm doing. So what are you guys all playing for in this Splatfest? By the way, I think you can get your shirt now. If I'm reading one of these versus tweets right, I think you can get your shirt now. And then the
I will be able to
Splatfest is on the
verify
20th.
that. I'll be able to verify that for you by the end of us each saying what team we're on. So let's all talk about what team we're repping.
Team Octo.
I'm gonna be the outlier. I'm going Team Squid because
Just
Monster.
I don't want to be on the team that everybody else is on. That then you end up with one team fighting itself in the matches, and that's no fun.
That is a good point.
No, I'm repping the Octos. I have wanted to play as an Octoling since Splat 1. I finally get my dream. I am an Octoling for life. Like, Octo support all the way.
Yeah, another thing I've never really cared one way or the other on.
What about you?
I mean, I
Max?
have my own weird little, preferences. I'm not denying that, but that's not one of them.
Gentlemen, are you Squid or Octo?
Come on, Minus. Pressure's on.
How many tentacles do you prefer, 6 or 8?
What did I just miss?
Kind of a personal question, actually.
Perfect.
Phantom, Team Octo or Team Squid?
No, you gotta ask the
Well,
way I did.
Well, I do prefer 8, so I'll go with 8. Just more
Okay.
things you can do with 8.
I was gonna follow it up with
This conversation is
that.
getting dangerous.
I'll go-
Okay, so I just found out a little bit of extra Splatoon news that everybody knew but me. I just found out that Team Pulp won the last Splatfest. I was not aware of this fact. Go Team Pulp! You
Team
guys
Pulp.
got this.
Oh, it's so chunky.
Makes me feel so
I
good.
like being able to chew my orange juice.
Oh, it's the
And of course,
best.
Lucas,
Pulp is the
native
best.
Floridian. Of course, he'll
Yeah.
like
Best.
Thank you. Pulp is it's healthy, and B, it makes it taste better. There's like no downside.
Mhm.
I'm leaving the show.
Except
I can't
chewing.
work on
Also, I'm totally not stalling to let you know if you can get your shirts in Splatoon yet.
I'm
Pulp!
still updating the software.
You know,
so.
many people think pulp comes from the Latin word pulp,
But
which
what does it come from?
it comes from oranges, Phantom. Jeez.
I see.
God.
And the verdict is that as of the time of this live recording, you cannot get your shirt.
I mean, I suppose if everybody in Infendo is going with Octolings, then I will go with Octolings just because, we can all be on the same team.
Heck yeah.
But,
I bet Holly chooses Team Squid because she generally goes on the opposite team I do.
I would too.
He actually listens to the show and chooses to go against you every time.
She does. I know she does.
Well,
Conspiracy.
I'm excited about the Splatfest. Again, I don't know that I will be joining it, but this is definitely going to be the most incentive for a while to actually get to play as an Octoling. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I never played the single player. I mean, I barely played the single player on Splatoon 1. I haven't even touched it on Splatoon 2, so I didn't even bother getting the expansion. So the whole Octoling side story, well, the whole story of Splatoon is just completely foreign to me. So
But see, that's the thing that Steve was trying to touch on when he was talking about the teams, is this is actually a good thing for anybody that wants to play as an Octoling but either doesn't have the DLC or hasn't unlocked it yet. If you join Team Octo, you play as an Octoling during the Splatfest, which is
Right.
cool. It's almost like kind of a free trial for anybody that might want it but hasn't, been able to sink the money into the DLC. I respect that. I like that a lot, actually.
But I mean, the only difference is they're graphically different, right? There's no.
Yeah, it's just looks. Like
It's
your
just
icon
looks.
is different, the way you look is different, the hairstyles, it's all different. But yeah, it doesn't give you an advantage or anything. It's just,
Okay.
How you want to
And-
rep it.
The only single player DLC I have played, or the only single player stuff I have played in Splatoon is the Octo expansion. I never played the regular single player or the Splatoon 1 DLC, and I love that expansion. I thought it was awesome.
Nice.
Hey, I don't know if anybody's on the YouTube live stream, but it's stalled on my end. I don't know if anybody else's has.
I don't know. But we'll worry about that on the break because we're going to take a little break here to set up for Nintendo's and we'll be right back.
Your Pokemon have been fully healed. We hope to see you again soon.
Sadist.
I know, right?
Lucas, I have a surprise for you.
Oh, goody, goody. Is it like a stuffed animal? Yes! We're twins! We're twins!
Great. Minus is peachy too.
Yes!
When did this become a thing?
Yes!
It didn't. These two are strange.
I'm just wondering because every once in a while I'll walk in on something in the
this
Discord
is like-
and it'll just be a thing.
This is like the new Tide Pods. You hadn't heard? Like, this is what all the kids are doing.
I just don't know.
This is what all the cool kids are doing, I guess.
Yeah, you walk into any high school in America, and this is what you'll see.
Cool
Boy,
is a relative.
It's been a long time since I've been to high school. Changed so much.
It's reminding me of remember the SpongeBob where he like follows them around thinking they're cool and he brings them to like the laundry machine? Wow, times have really changed since I was a boy.
Why did it just go full screen on Minus?
Yeah. Screw this.
I did that. I wanted to see his thing. It's the same thing. Did you guys get it from the same store?
Why does it affect ours when you change yours? That's annoying.
Because he's the master.
Because I'm the master.
Oh,
I can choose to spotlight it. Okay, well, Justin, you're Nintendoing, so I assume that you are just about ready?
Yep. Sorry, I was trying to get through the intro of Splatoon because they won't shut up. All right. I'm ready when you guys are. I'll switch my audio over just before we, officially come back from break.
Are you playing him in?
Yeah, I'm going to have to play you in with the music, so let me get that rolling. I have to
Just
find
let me
All right.
see
I'll
it,
turn
Corey.
my headphones down.
Are we doing requests? Can you play Tom Jones?
Just in the background. It's not unusual
to be in love.
by anyone.
Oh, I better open up Patreon so I know who requested what because
Minus-
I would forget to write it down.
Is that the only Tom Jones song? Because I really
I
hope
was
so.
just
That's
about
the
to
only
ask
one I
the
know.
exact same question.
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, like who?
Oh, I'm so mad. I missed getting that dance for Fortnite.
Oh, didn't Tom Jones? Did he do What's New Pussycat? Was that
Yeah.
him?
he did-
Yes.
he
Is that
did that.
that's
That's the only
same?
other one I know.
That's that same. See, that's the only reason I know it is because that's the same fake voice that I put on when I sing that song. Is that What's New Pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
I guess that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I liked it enough to buy the Carlton dance in Fortnite. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm so mad that I missed that.
What am I a part of?
Nobody knows.
You knew what this was.
We've been trying to figure out exactly what Infendo Radio is for years now.
Sorry, I'm just getting that in there so then it has to load.
I'm like,
figured
wait,
you
I'm
were
not ready.
I thought it was like impromptu. We're starting this whether you're ready or not.
Well,
By the way-
I am ready whenever you are. I'll switch
I'm gonna
my
start
audio so
here.
they
Let
hear
me
me.
start. How does the volume sound on this one first? Because this one seems rather loud. Is this okay right now?
Kind of loud.
Down a little.
Loud?
It's
Yeah, I'm
a
gonna
little
turn it
loud
down.
on our end, but it sounds a lot like how the recorded version turns out.
Well,
except he's not
yeah.
gonna be able to change the
By the
audio.
way, if there is no
Yeah.
other part of the live podcast that we have music in, definitely keep the live music for this because I think it just kind of amps up the energy of the host. Like, welcome,
Yeah.
welcome, welcome. Otherwise, you get Steve's intro from last week. Hi,
I would like to point out that we're a pretty
Now.
vibrant crew when we do our introductions.
Creative.
Thank you.
And
All right, Justin. I'm gonna play you in when you are ready. Just let me know, and then we'll hit it. Do you have a timer going for your loop back?
That would be a no.
Set a timer for 15 minutes.
Steve, are you gonna be our tallier since Justin is show host
Yep.
tonight?
I can do that.
All right,
Thank
since
you.
I've already got it running, you hit the music as soon as you're ready.
Okay, I'm gonna do it then.
Hello and welcome back to Infendo Radio. We're going to be
Hey,
I'm
you
so glad I
sound
had
like
that music underneath me so that, it'd be easy to edit when I make a mistake.
That's what you get for making fun of me.
We're going to be playing a game called Nintendo Tunes. How this works is I'm going to be playing some music from games that have appeared on Nintendo systems. And these fine gentlemen are going to be trying to guess what game it is from. If you would like to make a recommendation or request for games we should play on the game, that's a lot of games. Patreon donates $2 a month, and you will be able to put in a request for games in the next
Week's show.
round. Game, I don't know. I'm trying to find a word other than game to say. All right, and we have a theme this week, or at least I have a theme this week. So I'm going to start out by doing all the Patreon requests that do not fit the theme.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, let me. Whoops, and this one comes from Snazzy One. And let me know how the audio is. And here we go.
Beat Saber.
That's not on Switch yet.
Yeah, I was going to say, did Beat Saber appear on a...
Crash Bandicoot.
Nope.
It's always what I imagined it sounded like.
This is way too cool to be crap.
Spyro?
Nope. Bring up a CD here in case you all have questions for me.
We do. What's the name of the game? I got nothing.
Snazzy One. Is this a
Can we
newer
get-
game?
No. So I
Does
guess,
the main character wear shoes?
the...
Or a hat.
Gloves.
All right, so you don't get a hint now because you just...
Is the main character human or humanoid?
I can answer that one. The main character is human.
Yo, Noid.
Okay. No, that's humanoid.
The game is on Switch to answer the previous question.
A newer game. Is this
I'm sorry.
Monster Boy?
I'm sorry, my brain is not awake yet. This game is on Wii to answer your previous
Oh!
question.
I'm like, wait, I asked if it's recent.
Fine.
This is not a good night for me,
Well,
apparently.
that changes things a little bit.
This isn't
okay.
like just the music I've never heard from Mad World.
No. Can you still hear me? Because my video's
I
frozen.
can hear
Yeah.
you, but that looks like
That
a
is
good
a
cup of
wonderful
Joe.
Screen cap.
That's getting an emoji minus.
Someone blow that up real quick. Make it the main focus.
Yeah, that's it.
This sounds like. Is this like Big Trip Runner or something?
It is not.
Steve, but I
Main
got that
character
anyway.
human.
I'd have got that 4 notes in.
Oh!
What is
This is No More
happening?
Heroes!
This is No More Heroes. I was hoping there wouldn't be anything with lyrics, but I've never played the game, so...
I recognize this track right away.
All
I
right.
played the game and I would
So
have
the
gotten it.
first point goes to Eugene.
Oh, yeah.
Ding, ding.
Ding! Sorry. I have
Ding!
to do it.
Ding,
Yeah, if we all dinged.
ding, ding. Ding, fries are done. Ding, fries are done.
Oh god.
I think that completes
Ding,
it.
ding, 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 ding.
And we never finished Nintendo.
I'm okay.
Gosh.
And a second, my iTunes is frozen. All right.
Oh, we're doing good
we
tonight,
move
gentlemen.
On to next request
One
from
would say we're
Doug.
peachy.
Oh god.
Oh, did I win?
Let me make sure you heard that.
As soon as my computer decides to
Justin,
do
save
the thing
us.
that I want to do. Sorry, I'm trying.
No one can save you now from the beaches.
Next week, Eugene will have one, and the week after that, Steve will have one.
The only way I'm getting one of those is if one of you guys send it to me.
It's
So.
like a horror movie where like they possess you and like control your body.
It's like Chucky, except with a puppet. There you go.
All right. Corky Dog. Request. Game. Play.
Focused.
Wait.
Not at all.
No. I'm going to guess it's already an older
Absolute
game.
0 pikas were given.
All right.
I'm-
And go.
Biohazard 2.
Oh. Is this Cruising USA?
Nope.
Sin and
Daytona,
Punishment?
USA?
Wait a second. This isn't Diddy Kong Racing, is it?
It is not Diddy Kong Racing.
Grabbed by the ghoulies.
I'm going to start taking away points when you intentionally guess non-Nintendo games.
I don't know that it's a non-Nintendo game.
We tell you every week it's not.
But they referenced it in one of the Banjo-Kazooies, so like it sticks with me.
All right.
Excite Truck.
The Guitar Hero, maybe?
It is none of those things. Are we ready for another track?
Yes.
In Megami Tensei.
Not a bad guess.
I like this music.
I know.
Is it an RPG?
It is not.
Is it a racing game?
No.
Is it a racist game?
When did Trump make a game?
Hey, PETA made one.
He thinks his whole presidency is a game. Does that count?
Gosh.
I'll give you that.
Did we get system yet?
No. The system is Nintendo DS.
Tetris! It's Tetris! No, it's not.
It is not Tetris.
The first like 3 notes of that sounded like Tetris.
Just to hear excitement, just followed by disappointment, all within a 5-second span.
God, is this one of the Castlevania games on the DS? Aria of Sorrow or Portrait of Ruin or...
Nope.
Did we get genre?
No. And I can't really give you genre because there aren't too many games in this genre.
Rhythm Thief.
It is partially an action-adventure game.
Partially?
Neatopia.
Partially, yes.
Is it like an action-adventure / RPG or something?
No. Not really. I've never played this, so I'm just going by what I know. But
Is it like an action RPG or an action /
Rune
Oh, is it like
Factory. Rune Factory 2, 3, 4, 5. What are you
Story
gonna
of
make?
Seasons.
no
this-
to all of the above.
Is this like
Epic Mickey?
what is it?
Nope.
Like Puzzle Quest or Galaxian or something?
You're barking up the right tree.
Oh God, Justin.
Puzzle Fighter.
Kinda dig
Professor Layton. Is it Professor Layton?
No.
Phoenix Wrong.
It's wrong.
Since you're kind of dancing around it, it is a similarly dressed British person.
Carmen Sandiego.
No.
Oh, this is
I had in time.
Oh my God. I don't want to say it because I'm going to give it away. Can I have another? Can we get publisher or developer? I think I know what
Sure.
it is.
The developer and publisher are Electronic Arts.
Yeah. Oh God, this is that Pika.
Why do you bother censoring yourselves live? That's what the censor sound is for. I know it's on the tip of your tongue, Eugene, so I'm not ready to call it yet.
I can't remember the name. I know what it is though.
Well, Lucas inadvertently gave you a hint.
Does the character wear gloves?
No, but he does wear something identifiable.
A hat? Oh, it's Henry Hatsworth!
There it is!
I've never heard of that.
I feel like Eugene was the only one playing that round.
That game that I think literally was only a thing because like people said, "Oh, hey, it looks like Professor Layton."
Well, no, but it isn't like Professor Layton. It's like
Yeah, but it looked like Professor Layton.
it's like a platformer, and
Yeah,
then
but it looked like Professor Layton.
you look like Professor Layton.
Thank you.
That's a compliment.
Yeah, right? Like fashionable mid-30s English professor.
No face.
Well off.
He's doing well these days.
No
Top
debt.
hat. I'd
Top hat.
rock a top hat.
Probably a
He could be
cane.
doing.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's.
This
educated.
reminds me of a puzzle.
He's
All right.
trying so hard not to laugh.
Well, y'all are going nuts over there. I'm gonna reset my audio so we don't have to worry about it later.
Don't worry, Justin. We can stall for you. Been stalling all night.
Oh my god, if Professor Layton made it into Smash Bros, that would be my
Oh
nonsense.
Lord Almighty!
That would be my nonsense pick for Smash Bros. Right
Yeah,
alongside
you know,
like
that-
Duck Dog.
You know,
Did
all right.
Do the write-in votes for the last Smash for the character you wanted.
Yep.
See, now that is the type of idea, Lucas, that I am totally behind. Like, I don't care if they include more generic Nintendo characters that everybody knows. I want the balls to the wall insanity ones. Like, I was totally hoping for like Stanley the Bugman from Donkey Kong 3, or you know, like some other, like one of the Punch Out fighters, like just somebody nobody else has heard of.
I mean,
Those
I
are the
voted
ones
for
that I
Golden
want.
Characters, so you know.
I want the Smash Brothers characters that nobody expects, not the ones that everybody wants. Anyway, we are ready for our next round. This one comes to us from somebody. Malik Emrys. This one
All
comes. All right, let's see.
Princess
Your
Toadstool?
Patreon money hard at work.
All right,
Well, I
are we
was
ready
about
to
to
go?
sing if that counts. For...
Oh.
Oh Lord! Oh Lord! Oh Lord!
Remix.
No.
So I'm not getting any points tonight.
Elf Bolt.
Yeah.
What was the guess, Lucas?
Elf Bolt.
No.
I know what this is.
How do you know what this is?
He probably knows what this is. I'll be.
Can I get another track?
Yeah, hang on.
Oh god, it's some stupid puzzle game.
I think I know what this is. I
Dr.
know.
Mario Maniac Minion Baddie.
Is this a NES game? No, Super Nintendo game.
Yes, this is Super Nintendo.
I played this. Why have I played this?
Is this
Because you
that
probably
weird,
played this.
Is this that weird, like, sexy shooter game?
Tell me
What's that
more.
one called? What's that one called? There's some weird game, and it's called, like, Sexy Something or Other.
I think it's called
not this.
Lucas's Weird Sexy Shooter 3.
That's actually
Right by
my game that I'm working on right now. Don't reveal that yet. It's not really.
All right,
Can we get a genre or developer or something?
genre is, well, it's puzzle platformer / real-time strategy.
Oh my god.
God, these user suggestions.
Is this ActRaiser?
Throw it up right now.
It is not.
No, it's not ActRaiser.
This just makes me more inspired to give you guys a hard time.
You're falling down, my fair lady. This is my jam.
Wake me up when we get to the game.
What about martyrdom? What? All right. What else can I give you here?
Title?
The title.
How about developer?
Oh well, this is one. I have to look up one of these, but the developer is the developer of Grand Theft Auto, and I believe the publisher is, yes, it's a little thing. You got DMA Design for developer and Psygnosis for the publisher.
Oh my god. This is.
Gene, will you just say it and get us
It's
out of this
that
hell?
It's not. It's.
Come on,
It's a game that it's not Mario vs Donkey Kong, but it's a game.
Lemmings?
God damn it, Steve! Damn it, Steve!
Furious?
I should have never said anything.
Wow.
I'm like, oh, he's almost there. Oh.
Thanks,
Hate
Eugene.
you!
Okay, well,
It's you.
since Eugene did not get that one, we may as well do a recap of the score. That puts Eugene at 2, Steve at 1, and everyone else at 0.
Everyone else who played normal games growing up as a child, nothing.
Dude, your patrons are brutal. Holy crap.
All right, I am not deleting anything out of
Thanks,
here.
Eugene.
I don't like being on this side of the game.
It's rough. I'm telling you. You laugh,
to my world.
but it's rough.
I'm losing my hair.
I don't have any for a reason.
All right, so we are
that what's
moving
happening
on
to mine?
to our fourth and final Patreon request, and this begins our theme for the week. This one comes from Jay-Z Beast.
What's the
Oh,
theme?
Oh boy.
Games to troll you
Oh
with.
boy.
Games
The
to troll
theme-
you, exactly.
Oh lord.
Theme?
The theme started with Jay-Z Beast. This like really scares me.
Music
What
to
is the
troll
theme?
by.
Kind of digging this.
Heard this.
So
play
am
that.
I feel like I know this.
Ooh, Xenoblade Chronicles 2 DLC.
No. No.
Why don't I know this?
Yeah, I need to switch to so I can see your faces.
Hmm. Like,
Not Darksiders 2, is it?
Nah.
is it that Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei cross game?
Nope.
So we got a third track.
I was enjoying that one.
Point, by which I mean I'll multiply it by 2 and give us each one.
No, you keep your point. I don't want your point.
All right, I'll take
I don't
my
want your
take
dirty
my
point.
dirty winning.
I don't want your sticking boy.
Me and my madam don't need any of your sass, mister. We'll take our point and leave.
Interesting. All right, and so that ends the Patreon requests. So now we move into my picks.
Help us.
And remember, there is a theme.
Yeah,
I'm
what's
not
the theme?
I'm not telling you what it is.
Rude.
I think I know what it is.
Do you?
I
Do
have a
you really?
theory. I have a theorem. Sir.
Rush-
A
what?
theorem.
Rushed ports?
I was going to say ports.
This is. Hang on, let me delete a few
He will
tracks.
neither confirm nor deny said guess.
Assassin's Creed 3 a launch port? Or I thought 4 was, but
I didn't say launch ports. I just said ports.
All right.
I said
and
rushed.
We ready?
We're ready.
All right, here we.
Porsche
Nope.
adventure for the whatever Atari.
Obviously, nope.
You mean the Atari's not a Nintendo console?
The longest track here is only a minute and a half, so you know if it just starts jumping around, then
Did we ever get the theme?
No, he won't
no.
tell.
Oh, good. It stops automatically.
Dig Dug. Bug Spray. Donkey
Obviously,
Kong 2.
Did we get a console?
I was just about to say, obviously the console is NES.
Popeye.
It's not like Mappy Land.
It is not.
I'm still hung up on this theme. Is it a pirate theme, maybe?
No, but Assassin's Creed 3. Oh, it's Independence Day. Just like America, the game, 1776. That's the theme.
What?
Is the theme America?
Yes, the theme is America.
Da 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 da!
Day, the game.
What?
Independence Day, the game.
No.
Remember the Washington,
did-
Delaware Crossing, Oregon Trail.
I did try to find a
Make America Great Again, the game?
PlayStation. All right, I'm gonna start giving you guys easier ones here. Come on,
Oh,
man.
golf? Is it Golf Open?
Yes.
With the
It is-
Mario suit, wearing the American flag suit.
And this is the U.S. course. And this is, of course, the game that introduced Mario's America suit.
Yay! I
Stars
like your
and stripes.
This is an appropriate theme for this week.
It really
It
is. Well done.
Unless you are listening to the downloaded podcasts, in which case it is already well past the holiday, and shame on you for not listening to us live.
In which case, something horrible has probably already happened again, and the last word you want to hear right now is America. But otherwise...
Thank you for taking the time to listen to the podcast, though, during this great devastation that's happening right now.
Well, you know,
Yeah, Alex
Civil
Jones
War
told me that
starting
the
tomorrow,
Alex
so-
Jones told me that the liberals were going to mount civil war tomorrow.
That's-
So
I heard there was going to be a civil war.
All right. Hang on. Let me reset my audio. Y'all can talk politics while I do that. I was
So,
going
Pete, what is your take on politics?
I believe that we should everyone that's not a mushroom person.
She's been radicalized.
Turtles are scum!
It's a shame you don't have a toad.
love with Mario, but I think I like Luigi better. I like all the plumbers. Give me that Wario.
I feel like I'm watching Fox News.
I only have 4 tracks for this. So.
I've heard this. Bionic Commando.
Nope.
Freedom Fighter. Contra.
Nope.
They do a Rambo video game.
Nope.
Mike Tyson's boxing bull.
Ooh, Top Gun.
It is not Top Gun. I was just about to say, not all of these have very direct ties to the theme. Some of them are kind of loose, but it is not Top Gun, which would have actually been a good one.
I like this, whatever it is.
Sight truck. No.
I like this one too, for reasons that are obvious to only me.
Pilot Wing. Super Pilot Wing.
I only have 2 more tracks, so what do we want to know here?
What's
everything.
What system? I didn't register. This is Super Nintendo.
Can you tell us how
What?
it ties to the theme without giving it away?
Sure. America is in the title.
American Gladiators?
American
was that?
Indian.
That was minus.
Oh!
Swooping in. Minus on the board with American Gladiators. And yes, the reason
Yeah.
the reason I like that one is because the music was composed by Barry Leach, whom I interviewed.
Oh, cool.
Nice.
Go to infendo.com to read what he had to say. All right.
High five.
Hashtag plug.
All right, let's see. So we now have Lucas and Eugene tied at 2, Steve and Minus tied at 1.
And Peach at -1.
All right, and here we go.
Cruising USA.
In USA.
Jesus Christ.
I guess just give that to all of us.
Give it.
Yeah, I don't have a choice. You were all literally simultaneous. I knew that one was gonna go fast. All right, who was that?
Peach.
I mean,
Peach.
I definitely said it. I also heard Eugene say it, and then I heard Phantom say it.
All right,
I say give them all a point.
I'm giving them all a point. I was just making sure I was giving all the right people points.
Socialism.
All right. So, Lucas, Eugene, and Phantom all got that one, correct?
Yep.
All right. That, yeah. Okay. That went quite a bit faster than I expected it to. Let's see if I can stump you with this one.
Oh, this Crazy Taxi?
Nope.
I definitely know this.
Sounds somewhat familiar.
Oh yeah, I know this.
There's a possibility I might have used
Jam and Earl.
Sorry, what?
Toe Jam and Earl.
No, wasn't that Sega?
Yeah, but
What?
you could play it. You could play it on a Nintendo console.
It's true.
Y'all can't see it, but I'm like jamming out in here.
How about you give me another track?
How about you give me a break?
No.
Give
Kit
me a
Kat,
break.
the game.
Give me a break.
Yeah, that popped into my mind too, Lucas.
And that's a sign that the Nestle Corporation is doing their advertising right.
They're slowly brainwashing us.
This episode of Infendo Radio brought to you once again by Nestle.
No, it is not.
I mean, there are
If you
chocolate
like
factories in my
The
town.
radio,
So
we would take your money.
This
Can we
came
get
from
a
the mind of Justin.
Yep.
Did we get a genre or system?
Yeah, you have gotten none of them because you have asked nothing. You have
Can we
all
get a-
yammered
we'll,
on.
we'll take both.
Well, I'll give you system first. Nintendo 64.
Freedom Force.
No.
One of these days, it's going to be Freedom Force.
Jet Set Gemini.
Nope.
Donkey Kong Country 3 America Edition.
Home Improvement 64.
That's American.
What?
That's very American.
What?
How about another track?
I
He
just
just did.
started one.
Oh, well, this one sounds like Pika. Let's get another one.
The master has spoken.
Cruising USA 2 Electric Boogaloo.
No, I would have given that to you if it had been Cruising USA. Though.
Is this a sports game?
It's like a racing game.
It is a racing game.
It's like a GTA.
Daytona USA?
No and no.
Mickey Speedway USA? Did you just say that? He just said that. Rick
No,
disregard.
he said
No,
Daytona.
I considered that, except I used it last time, so
Not that M&M game.
no.
Remember, the theme is America. Well, actually, Eminem
I mean-
said it, and it works.
Yeah.
Is it the Dr. Dre game then?
And what? There's a Dr. Dre game?
Pepsi Man.
Duff Man.
Captain Rainbow.
Racing.
Captain Rainbow. I'm racing to get a copy of that great game.
I'm not sure why, but Beetle Battle maybe?
Nope. It's not the name, but I would have given it to you. Beetle Battle. That's a game I want to see.
Is this like? Is it like? I don't know. What are there? Is it
Pod Racer.
California Racer? What's that one called? California something Speedway or something?
California Speed?
Yeah, is it that?
No, it's not that.
Oh,
Pika.
almost.
If it was, he wouldn't have given you the title.
Truth. How about developer?
Developer.
so Atari. They don't make
Is it San
don't
Francisco
anymore.
Rush?
Since we're running out of music, I'm going to give it to you. This is Rush 2 Extreme Racing USA.
Oh, cool.
Yay!
We did it.
So Eugene is in the lead.
I thought the San Francisco Rush games were Midway.
Midway published them.
Oh,
Atari
okay.
developed.
Jeez, Eugene, come on. Get your obscure publisher developer facts straight.
The arcade the arcade games were Atari. All right, and next round.
Metroid Prime.
No, I actually meant to save this one for last. So, oh well.
Wolfenstein.
Yeah.
Woo! What? That was the most anticlimactic.
One of the Wolfensteins. Give me my point.
I need to start making you be more specific, but considering that wasn't Wolfenstein for the Super NES, obviously, I kind of have to give that to you. That was Wolfenstein 2, the New Colossus. Yeah, that was anticlimactic and frustrating.
Glad you didn't save it for last.
All right, let's see. So right now we've got Lucas and Eugene still tied at 4. Steve, Minus, and Phantom tied with 1. So
Coming for you.
Hey, we all got our obligatory point. What more do you want?
Ready
All right.
to retire.
Everyone
So the
Retired.
last we're gonna do a round here for a tiebreaker.
Oh Lord!
And
What
I have
happens
a
if we
cou-
don't get it?
somebody will get this.
Do we get like our chosen champions then, or like
Do we
how
do
does this
these?
work? Like,
Well, just
Considering there's an odd number of champions, how does that work?
well,
I get
2 of
two.
us are champions, and one of us is Ganon. And if Ganon wins, then everyone loses.
Ooh, it's like a Bowser Square in Mario Party. I like this.
I nominate Steve to be the Ganon.
are we ready for the tiebreaker?
We're not sure. We're trying to figure out the rules.
The rules are whoever gets it first gets the point. Why is this difficult? You have exactly 2 tracks for this, but
Oh,
if you
no, it's an old-
there's something wrong with you. Ready?
Ready.
Hands on your buzzers.
Hands on my buzzer.
And if somebody steals this, I do have another tiebreaker. Ready?
Ready.
Anybody can buzz in. Go.
Street Fighter 2, Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 2 Hyper Edition,
Street Fighter 2 Championship Edition.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo Tournament,
Ultimate
Street
Edition.
Fighters.
Ultra Super Street Fighter.
But yeah, I was just looking for Street Fighter 2 because, I knew that would be the one that somebody jumped in with. So with
Yep.
that, Eugene wins by a nose.
Yay! I'll take that.
Provoking answers. I'm going to sit back and listen.
No, you're going to participate. You're going to
Oh,
tell
hell no.
us. You're going to participate.
Oh, peek of that.
Yeah, you can find out how hard your questions are to answer.
Right? No kidding. Okay, we are back-ish. Let me just check.
Is that
the
like Blackish?
Stream. That's a good show,
Yes.
actually.
Can we say that on air?
Yeah, it's the name of a TV show.
Yep, we're back. Okay, stream is back. Jeez Louise. Okay, yeah, then I guess I'll just bring us back in with music. Sorry, guys, I do apologize again. My bad.
Are we back on YouTube? Is it the
Yes.
same?
Yes, Eugene, because you set your internet on fire. It'd be fun.
Right? I was wondering why I was having internet issues all day. Like, literally, the internet was
Well,
on fire.
that explains it.
Yeah. Okay, let me just gather myself here, guys, and then
Can you bring us back to Timber? We had a moment while you were gone.
It's going
Well, you had a
down.
moment, all right.
I'm yelling.
Okay,
Oh,
important
no.
question. Is this going back to the same
YouTube
like-
link?
YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah. Should be.
Okay, because there's nothing on there right now. So if we have gone live, it's not showing up.
You might need to refresh. Here, let me check my end. Before we go live, we probably ought to fix that. Figure that out.
Let me reload.
I'm checking out.
Okay, yep. All right. I just had to click reload.
Okay, cool. All right, guys. So then I'll bring us in. Minus has a question for us. That's our only one. Do any of you guys care to read his question?
Can Minus just ask us the question? Since Minus is here?
That works.
Patreon and read what I wrote.
It's such a long question. You might have a hard time.
I can copy paste it into the chat if that'll help.
Minus, do you want to read your question?
Yeah, as long as I don't have to intro it.
That's cool. I'll bring us in, and then I'll just ask you to read it, and then that'll be good. Then I'll music myself in. That should be easy, I guess.
Or so you think.
If you're going to music yourself, turn the camera off. We don't want to see that.
All right, let's see.
Nope, not going to finish that.
Nah, thank you, Steve. We love you for this. We're going to go -7.
He says as he sits here with, like, no shirt on. It is hot in here. Our air conditioning sucks, and it's been like 100 degrees for the past 4 days.
Okay, trade me houses because it's 70 degrees in here and I am freezing.
No,
That's
I
not
don't.
cold
Take
enough.
off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I want to take my clothes off.
With a little bit of.
Hey, give me a chance to show off my tattoo, you know. I'm sure most of you haven't seen that.
I assume you guys can hear that.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to adjust the volume, and then we're going to bring it back into the show.
Again, I thought that was you just reeling us back in.
It was a
Yeah, me
little
too.
column A, a little column B. Here we go. And we're back with 0 fires and 0 technical difficulties to deal with. We are here to talk about the question block. It's a funny question block segment because the person who's going to be question blocking us is right here with us. So, Minus, why don't you take us away with your question?
It's better than the one who's cock blocking us.
I was gonna say that sounded kind of inappropriate. I don't know really how to take that. I'm slightly offended, but also a little curious. So my question is what's behind Shy Guy's mask?
I can answer this
Oh, God.
because I just watched the Super Mario Brothers movie, and I can tell you that behind Shy Guy's
Oh,
mask are
no!
trash collectors.
That's a terrible movie. Actually, it's so good it's bad, but like...
Exactly. Don't be hating on my Mario Brothers. So, what is behind
Review
Shy Guy's
forthcoming on Infendo.com.
mask? What's behind Shy Guy's mask? Tentacles. Just a ton of tentacles.
6 of them or 8?
Just so
yeah,
many.
6 of them are 8.
So many.
It's better than what I was going to say.
So many. The best tentacles.
I was going to say Benedict Cumberbatch, but okay.
All right, Steve, you got to top that.
I couldn't top that if I wanted to. That's good. I have been replaced as a host on this show.
We're
That works.
waiting after the show to tell you.
What if behind Shy Guy's mask is actually a woman, just like Metroid?
What if it's another mask?
What if Metroid was a girl?
So you mean all those cosplayers have it right, where it's just their faces behind it?
Yeah, right?
I was a shy guy one Halloween. Oh, who am I kidding? I'm a shy guy every day.
There it is.
Oh.
Real thought though. I would love to have Shy Guy in Smash. Actually, that'd be actually kind of cool.
That would be fun.
What would Shy Guy's moves be? Maybe just like tennis, like all the sports that Shy Guy's been in, just like tennis rackets and freaking golf clubs and.
See,
I thought he was going to say tentacle, actually, there, not tentacle.
I would want his moves to be more like how he's got like the spear and the balloons and the just like everything from like all of the different Shy Guys throughout the years. Because
What
there's
would be
a ton
his
of Shy
ultimate?
Guys.
Well, I mean, if you really want to know what's actually behind a Shy Guy's mask, go to YouTube and look up Boundary Break. I'm pretty sure there's at least one video where he peeks behind a Shy Guy's mask.
Oh, like breaking the the game.
Yeah,
or
moves
whatever.
the camera to behind the polygons there.
Well, I just remember this being such a big deal when Luigi's Mansion was a thing, and like we could actually vacuum off their masks, and they just had like these ghostly faces behind them, and like half of the group was like, "No, that's what they look like when they're alive," and the other half was like, "No, it's just because they're ghosts." So like, yeah.
And the great
Groups sound
rift
exactly the same.
and the great rift began. The Civil War.
I
So
had
many
no
ways.
idea that was a thing.
What you got to figure out is whether it's the child timeline Shy Guys or the adult
Oh,
timeline.
come on!
Because there's a difference.
What about the downfall Shy Guy time?
You don't even want to see. That's the tentacle Shy Guys. You don't want to see that. That's where everything goes bad. That's literally, it's just Benedict Cumberbatch and like 50 tentacles.
I remember seeing that movie. That was a good movie.
Thank God the timer is about to happen. Holy moly! While we heal up our tentacles, we'll be back with the next section.
We hope to see you again soon.
I think there's a cream for that.
What a way to end.
You okay over there, Steve?
No, I'm nope. I can't do it.
Oh.
Sorry. There's something else.
All right, I've got the music ready. I'm just gonna do a sound test here. How's it sound? Is it too loud on your end, or how do we go? How we got it?
A little loud.
That's kind of what I thought.
As everything else tonight.
Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, we'll put it there. All right, well, that's what we're gonna play us into for Change the System, and yeah, we've got a bunch of us tonight, so I'm gonna
Wait!
kind of
Eugene, I have to ask you something very important.
yes.
Next week, could we do like Mario Party music for our music?
Yeah, sure. If you wanna,
Yay!
you know what we should. What I'll do is I will throw in the Infendo development folder, just like another folder for next week's audio. So first
Okay.
come, first serves.
I'll throw it in.
I'll throw it up.
Okay, let me got my notes here for
You
change
don't
the
have to be
system.
lonely at
FarmersOnly.com.
Oh, just don't get it.
Oh, you did that as a distraction.
My ploy worked!
All right, here we go. Well, we are back. This is Change the System. This is the section where we talk about the games we've been playing. We've got a bunch of people here tonight, so I have a feeling that we're going to have a nice long section for Change the System, and that's quite all right.
Got a
I'm gonna...
nice long section for your mom.
Oh, Lord Almighty!
There it is.
An
hour and 30
I'm gonna let our guests lead the section. So, Phantom, why don't you tell us about some of the games that you've been playing?
Well, I'm definitely not playing Mario Tennis Aces right now. That's definitely not happening.
No, we don't play games during the podcast ever.
Ever.
We're professionals.
Incredibly irresponsible.
Yeah, a lot of Aces, and I've been going back to Xenoblade a bit. I downloaded the DLC for that, but
Oh, cool.
I'm pretty much waiting for Octopath to come out, and hoping I
When
get
did,
addicted.
I thought Octopath was already out. Oh no, that was the demo. That's right.
I think it comes out next week.
Yeah, there have been 2 demos, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
It's the 13th.
I am not an RPG guy, least of all, the very, very, square Japanese grindy RPGs, but that game has me intrigued. I haven't played the demo yet, but if the demo grabs me and the reviews are good, I might end up picking that up.
Well, I haven't heard anyone say anything negative about it yet. Everything's positive.
Who's going to give it a good review?
I think Octopath
Right,
looks
me.
super rad. That's one game that I almost wish was on the 3DS though, just because the Parallax 3D I think would do that game really well.
Yeah, but the aesthetic is gorgeous. It reminds me of Four Swords Adventures,
Mm-hmm.
where it's the old-fashioned sprites, but it's got all the fancy schmancy screen effects. You still
Right.
with us, Phantom? You want to join in this discussion?
I'd actually
What?
like to hear
What's
your
that?
opinion on Octopath, because my big fear with it is that there's so many characters and stories to play through that even if they're like short, I'm gonna get like overwhelmed and not want to play through the entire game.
What I've heard is that you can go through every character's chapter 1 with one character.
Hmm.
So I don't know if they interconnect well, but apparently from the demo, you can go meet other characters and do their chapter 1.
Oh, cool.
So hopefully they just link up and you only have to play once, because I'm dreading the thought of having to play 8 times.
Well, yeah, like that was my whole thing with Fire Emblem. Was like I have to play 3 games. Like,
Yeah.
I just it
where
actually
it
it gets
lost
me to
me.
the point where I can't play them. You know.
Especially with that. What was the last
This
one?
from
Was
the guy
last
who
one with-
buys both versions of every Pokemon game.
And only ever plays one of them.
Yeah.
I buy both versions. I get through like 2 hours of Moon. Like,
Yeah, I'm kind of with you there. Like it, at least on the Fire Emblem front, it lost me when it started splitting the games up Pokemon-esque like that. Like, I don't want to play through a whole 100-hour RPG and then a whole other 100-hour RPG just to get to the final 100-hour RPG. You know,
Yeah.
like that's just a big
Yeah.
commitment.
Well, they're saying about 100 hours for this one, so it can't be that long, even if you do have to play multiple paths. So
Sure. Well,
Yeah, mean,
I definitely.
by 8, that's like 15 hours apiece.
Yeah, I
Sure.
mean, I never thought I could play a 100-hour game until, Breath of the Wild. And then Skyrim looks like it's going to be another one that's going to suck me in for over 100 hours. So, maybe I could play a 100-hour RPG. I feel like I would lose focus after a while, though.
I just usually get into the grinding. Like I always like grinding against strong bosses. That keeps me going.
See, and I don't like that. The games that I'm likely to spend dozens of hours in are the open world games where I can easily get distracted from the main story and do my own thing. And Square RPGs don't usually allow for much of that.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna ask, is that all you've been playing though? Because I don't want to like eat up your time talking about RPGs. If you know.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I've just been waiting. There's so many RPGs coming out, and I had to skip Wise because Octopath and Shining Resonance are both coming out within 3 days of each other. And then Titan Quest at the end of the month. I don't have enough time.
Is that how you pronounce that series? I've always
I
said
have no idea. I've heard Wise, I've heard East. I don't know.
East.
East.
It's East.
East. Okay.
Did I say that the first time or no?
You said
You
wise.
said Wise.
Oh, yeah, it's East. My bad. That's on me.
Infendo Radio calling out our patrons live on the air.
Yeah, I need a humble check every once in a while.
Well, that was an honest question on my end. So I don't play the games.
Yeah, just because
That's
you
how
pay us money doesn't mean we're not going to shame you.
That's how the Infendo Radio Humble Bundle works. You pay us money, and humble you live on the air.
That's why I keep coming back every month.
Did somebody heal Phantom's Pokemon so that he can get back to his tennis match there?
Shoot.
Oh, he's in it. Let me tell you, he's in his tennis match.
Well, Minus, we're gonna volley the ball over to your side of the court. What have you been playing?
I'm probably one of the only people here that haven't been playing Mario Tennis Aces. So I actually don't own it at the moment. I plan to get it, but right now I am playing through Hollow Knight, which is a platforming style game that is absolutely kicking my Pika so much. It is absolutely like, for some reason, these platformer games are quite a challenge for me. And it's just the distance to hitting monsters and keeping that. It's just, they're just hard, but I like that type of challenge. Another game that I'm playing right now, and Eugene, you're going to be very happy about this, is I'm actually playing Illusion of Gaia.
No, you're not.
Yeah. So I'm probably about an hour into it.
Okay.
I'm having an absolute blast with it. And
Oh, you like it? Oh, good.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Because I bought it actually for my Super Nintendo, but I felt like I was going to play it more mobily, so I wanted mobily if I could use that.
Mobily.
So I've been playing it on my phone, and it's great to just pop it up and play a little bit, and then close it down, and the save's automatic and all that great stuff. I'm having a blast with it. I love the difficulty level with it. But my main focus right now is I am absolutely infatuated with Eve's 8. I have never played any of the Eve's games, but this one has just sucked me in, and I think I've put in 20 hours already since Friday.
Wow.
Don't make me buy it, Minus. Don't make me buy it.
Well, we had a heat wave here in the Midwest over the weekend, so all I did was just stay inside and, AC and playing this game. And I love the it's like a mix between like Tales games and Final Fantasy games in like medieval. Like, it is just great.
Okay. Wait. When you say it's a mix between Tales games, is it because of the action RPG combat? Because then I might buy this tonight.
Yes.
Oh no!
It's not. Well, hold on. It's not like you hit a monster and you go into a battle sequence. You battle in the open world like.
Damn, no!
Now you're making me want to play it.
I know.
Why are you doing this to me, Minus?
The battle sequence is far better than. Oh, you're gonna kill me here. What's the other one that came out in December? I'm drawing a blank.
Xenoblade.
Right here. Thank you. So they said that it's like a way improved version of the Xenoblade 4 buttons that you use on the bottom right, and how you can control that, and the battle system, and you're not sitting there for like 30 seconds killing one monster. It doesn't like take that long. Like, you're like wondering why it's taking so long to kill a monster. But
you have to really examine why he lived.
Say that again?
You have to really examine why the monster lived.
Oh,
that's why it takes so long.
I'm already on to the next thing. This game is like a mysterious island, and like I'm getting all these, like, without going into too many spoilers, there's like this really like weird ancient civilization that was there, and I only got like parts and tidbits of it, and I'm getting them through like dreams and stuff. It's absolutely fascinating, on top of just trying to get all these castaways, and it's some good pizza. Some good
buying
pizza.
it.
All right, so
there goes another $60.
So let me ask you, like in terms of story, because it sounds like the story is solid.
Oh, it is so solid.
Is it heavy? Is it investing? Is it like you don't care past like the 5-hour mark? Like,
you're learning about all these different characters. You've got a set amount of characters you play as. You're trying to build a village on the island to survive. There's raids from monsters that come to attack. I mean, I'm obviously going into some more details here. And you're exploring the island, and it's certain areas you can only, go for, certain, because they block it off, and you got to progress through it as most games like that. It sounds
so good.
There are a couple hiccups with some text that didn't quite come over correctly.
Oh, come on. That's the best part. The Japanese English? Yeah, give it to me.
Well, they are putting in Japanese dubbing and all that. So if you want to listen through that, otherwise the English dubbing is really good. The only other hiccup is that there is a couple graphical issues. So if you really want it in like that 60 frames, like, 1080, like really nice, obviously it would be better on like the PS4 or the Xbox One. But these types of games I like to have like in my hand and play on my couch and just really get into it. So there are a couple hiccups in the regards like the draw distance, and when you see a monster, they might be a little sluggish in the background a little bit. But if you can get over that, then it's phenomenal.
I think this is going to be right up my alley, just because like I've always enjoyed the Tales games, and one of my favorite Tales games is the 3DS one, only because it's portable, right? Like, it's not necessarily the best Tales game, but like I can take it with me. So like this is kind of going to be the best of both worlds.
Well, Vesperia is coming soon.
Yeah.
So maybe you can just make this feed into my turn, because I kind of want to do story time anyway. Is that cool?
Go ahead.
Yeah, the only Tales game I ever played was on the Game Gear.
That's a thing. I played Ys 3 or 4 a lot on the Super Nintendo as a kid. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know anything about the series, but it was one of those like games that just my dad owned, from before I was born. So like, hey, cool, I'll play this. And like, I liked it because it was unlike any RPG I'd ever played before, in that I just went around killing things and like leveling up. There was no boring like turn-based system or anything. It was just go around, stab things, get stronger. Like that always really appealed to me as a kid. So maybe it's time to like, you know, re-explore that series.
Well, and each character has their own like specialty, like a mid class, like a heavy class, and like a light class. And then as you're progressing, you're learning what monsters have breakpoints to those certain classes. So you rotate through, because you only play as one character at a time, and then you can rotate through. So if like a monster's like a heavy, you switch to the guy with whatever, and then you go through and you break that. So because it's so open, you can fly around, jump around, use your spells, like jumping in the air to shoot a spell down at a monster. It's very
See, I like that. That reminds me of what I wished Crystal Bearers would have been from the Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles series, because it was like this open RPG, but it was like completely lacking in like RPG elements.
Yeah.
Maybe that's worth a try. I don't usually get into like really like narrative driven RPGs, but that might be fun. I might enjoy that. Anyway, what have I been playing? I've been playing Mario Tennis. I've been playing all the Sonic games. So Sega has this thing that they came out with a year ago called Sega Forever, and it basically releases all of like Sega's old games as apps on your phone. And it turns out they're really like legit ports. So I downloaded Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic CD. They're all free. A lot of fun. They added a bunch of stuff to it. You can play as different characters than you could in the original game. Like the controls handle pretty well, especially Sonic CD. And it's all made by the same guy who did Sonic Mania. So like, you know, quality there. But I'm really liking those. I'm having fun playing Sonic again on my phone. That's like the system for it at this point for me. Kind of wish Nintendo would do something like that. And the other thing I've been playing a lot of is Minecraft. And I say that looking at Steven, if he's even here. I can't see his face. There he is. Because we've been setting up our worlds because Update Aquatic came out. And I won't talk too much about that because I have a feeling Steve will probably want to talk Minecraft. But I went on a little journey because I got horribly lost and I lost my map and everything. Ended up stranded in a town for like 5 days. And Steve had to come rescue me. It was a big, long adventure. On my way back, I found a map, hidden treasure, did that whole thing. That didn't work out. But Minecraft, a lot of fun. Like, the update is good. I like the update a lot. I love playing with Steve. At some point soon, they're going to be introducing, well, not soon, but at some point, like in 5 years, they're going to be introducing that being able to like create a server and actually just log in and play together and whatever. So that will be fun.
Yep. Phantom is getting his own mob called the Phantom.
There is a Phantom coming out, yes. But no, it's like, it's good. It's not a totally new game. It's still Minecraft, but like it's better Minecraft, you know, and that's really fun, really cool to see.
I find the new user interface confusing.
The new UI is confusing at first. Oh God, speaking of UI, freaking Mario Tennis. But no, it's definitely harder to get used to, but it's no more or less clunky than the Switch version was. It's just different. So if you spend like a couple of hours in it, you'll start to get it down, and then it'll just be like, okay, this is just Minecraft now.
Yeah, see, the only version I ever played was the Wii U version, and the Switch edition was exactly like the Wii U version. So
same here.
Yeah, when the you know, all-inclusive version came out, I'm like, what the hell? I don't know where anything is.
Yeah, no, it's an adjustment, just like, you know, any other new game. But it's worth it, honestly. It's really nice. It's nice to finally be playing the game like everyone else is playing. And I'm happy that Nintendo is embracing that whole, you know, cross-play thing. We played with, what's your friend's name again, Steve?
We played with EP Knothead, as he's known in our Discord, good friend of mine.
Yeah.
It worked flawlessly. I had heard rumors that once you hit the hour mark on, you know, playing with Windows people, that it froze up. But we didn't have that issue. We played for a good 2.5 hours.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, the biggest issue we've had is getting I've had is getting logged out of my Microsoft account on Minecraft.
Or what about how we're both Switch friends, but we had to find each other through our Microsoft accounts to play one night?
Yep, and those first few nights that I played, it kept telling me that I was getting booted out of something. Turned out what I was getting booted out of was the Switch's online service. So I was still playing Minecraft through, go figure. I was still playing Minecraft through my Microsoft account, and it was still connected to the internet, but it wasn't connecting with any Switch friends. And then I get like a little error message that said like, you've been disconnected from the server, but I could still play. So I don't know. I don't know what that was.
That was your Pokemon being healed. Didn't you hear it?
Well, Steve, I think it's probably beholden on you to go next because you've kind of been playing some Minecraft as well, huh?
Yeah, so going back to Mario Tennis for just a sec, we did play a little bit of that.
Nice segue, Steve.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Well, I know that's a terrible segue, but oh well. Holy crap, that interface is awful. I don't like the online on that game one bit. Like, there's no way for me to just team up with Lucas and play against the internet. Yeah. No. It's either me versus Lucas or me versus the internet. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is kind of frustrating.
Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, going back to Minecraft, I've been playing a crap ton of it. I grabbed my Switch because I wanted to see what my playtime is because we're past that 10-day mark, and I am already at 25 hours in the new version of Minecraft. So combine that with my 145 from the original version of Minecraft, and I have way too much time on my hands. So yeah, Lucas helped me set up my new world because I decided to start a new world in this version of the game too. And he was out exploring while I was setting my house up. So I've already got a viable farm that will keep me sustained. Now I'm just working on mining and doing all that kind of stuff. The big game though that I've been playing this week is actually the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. I have been having so much fun with that game. I did not realize how much I had missed that trilogy. And I played it for a little bit on PlayStation and got maybe 3-4 levels into Crash 2. But I didn't really get into it, but it's got the whole Switch effect, which is actually an article that we have on the website, and I touched on this in an article I wrote about it. But because it's on the Switch, I seem to want to play it more. And I have no idea why that is. It's the same game.
But you don't have to monopolize your TV for it.
Yeah, and I
take it to work with you and play.
Well, I didn't have to monopolize my TV on PS4 though, because I have a Vita, and as long as I was sitting on the couch, remote play worked absolutely just fine.
It's a comfortable system. You like it. It feels good. The controller works. Like everything about it is just like top notch, you know?
Yeah, and it's nice. And I mean, it doesn't run the greatest. It only runs at 720p in docked mode, and it runs at like 520p or something like that in handheld, which actually makes it look like an original PlayStation 1 game, which is kind of a nice novelty now that I've gotten used to it. It still runs at 60 frames a second.
It runs like crap, just like it did in the old days.
Well, but it runs at a solid 60 frames a second, so it might not look as nice as the other versions, but it plays amazing. And it's not as hard as I remember it being either. So I don't know if that's just because I'm older and I'm better at games than I used to be or what, but I'm almost done with the second game in the trilogy because that's where I started, because that's the game I know.
So, for the Crash trilogy, did they basically just dump the ROM and, enhance the visuals, or did they actually like rebuild these games from scratch and improve them and all that?
They're rebuilt from the ground up. It's kind of like Resident Evil Remake was, if you remember that from the GameCube.
Okay.
Where it's completely rebuilt from the ground up with new visuals and, the same old clunky controls and everything. But it is a brand new game. It plays better. It's intentionally left clunky, much like Resident Evil Remake, where, those segments where you're running at the camera instead of away from it, they're just as difficult as they were. But again, that's intentional because they want you to have that very, same feel that you had playing it back in the day. So does that kind of answer your question?
Yeah, I think the comparison works. I've never played a Crash game. I've barely played Spyro, but I'm definitely far more interested in Spyro than Crash, just because I don't know, there's something about the character that appeals to me more than Crash.
Right.
I guess because Spyro never stood outside Nintendo headquarters with a bullhorn yelling obscenities or whatever it was.
And they captured his character too. Like he does this whole little dance.
Fandom remembers those commercials.
But yeah, the dance that he does when he gets the gems is there, and it was awesome. So if you were a fan of Crash back in the day, you're gonna love it. If you hated him back then, you're gonna hate him now. So that's about all there is to that one.
Well, I guess I may as well go next since I'm interrupting Steve anyway. So I mean, I'll just get the obvious out of the way. I've been playing a lot of Breath of the Wild. Cannot put that game down. I don't know why. It just I'm so hooked on it. But I have been branching out a little bit. Let me bring up my thing here. I finally started playing some more Ultra Street Fighter 2. I don't know why, just all like I got it because it was on sale, and I thought I will never play this because I will never have anybody to play it with, and the controller kind of sucks for it. But like I jumped in, and it's a solid Street Fighter port. I gotta say, like it will keep me happy while I wait for the anniversary collection to drop in price or go on sale anyway. Mostly I've been playing Breath of the Wild, Donkey Kong. I played some Mario Tennis Aces with these guys, which I will get to in just a minute. I did play about an hour or so of Minecraft with a couple of friends of mine, and it's still Minecraft. Like I said, the UI is kind of like just it's not what I'm used to. So I think it actually is closer to Steve. You actually played the 3DS version. I've only watched my son play it. Is the UI similar?
Yeah, in fact, the new 3DS version was based off of the Bedrock engine before we had it. It just doesn't fully utilize it.
All right, because I know when my son started playing it on the 3DS, he commented on how everything was different in it, but
so he would probably pick it up and be like, "Oh, okay, this is instantly familiar."
Yeah,
or pretty close.
But I got to play a little bit of that with a couple friends of mine. Didn't have voice chat on. It amazes me how well you can communicate in there even without voice chat. A nod here, a hop there, toss somebody, whatever. Yeah. Actually, before I left, I had gone mining for them, found them a bunch of gold, and so before I left, I put a sign up and said, "Hey, I'm taking off. Thanks for letting me play. I dropped all this stuff in this treasure chest over here. Use it if you want to." So yeah, I'm gonna have to join you and Lucas one of these nights and do some playing with people I know. I mean, this was somebody I knew from high school, but
we can dig another big old trench.
You're always welcome in Bimblepoof, my friend. Please come whenever you want.
I should come and build a big old trench in your world, even though I never found the one you built in mine.
So it's easy. Just import it from your Wii U to your Switch, and then your Switch, and then
Yep, I did all that on the day one. Didn't play it, but I did import all my saves. But yeah, I finally got some time in on Mario Tennis Aces. The four of us played for a good hour or so.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. As soon as Steve stopped jumping in on serves that were to me, lost many a point because of that. But I mean,
we all got to learn somehow.
It's Mario Tennis.
Once you get in, it's fun. Like there's no denying it. But that's what's so frustrating about that damn game.
Mm-hmm. See, I don't find any problem with the UI in that, honestly. The hardest part I had was trying to figure out how to play with friends. But once I figured that out, I'm like, oh, okay, it's pretty simple. But I didn't play Ultra Smash. I had Power Tennis for the Wii. I have Open for the 3DS. Neither of those got me really excited. They were basically just the N64 game, put in different systems, but I'm going to keep going. But I definitely like the way they do the power-ups. There are multiple different things you can do with your power bar. So you can either wait until it's fully charged and do your super cinematic strike, or you can use it on smaller ones if you'd rather.
The only thing I have with Aces is that some of the characters are pretty unbalanced. Like I struggle to beat a Bowser Jr. even if he's clearly not as good as me. Bowser Jr. is kind of unbalanced.
Eugene was wrecking house with Boo.
I hear about a Phantom with the Boo that is hard to beat.
Phantom is good with Boo. Phantom, maybe it's just because I was also playing as Chomp just now, but when I was playing Chomp versus Bowser, I felt a lot more able to hold my own compared to when I was going up against Boo.
What you notice is when you play, like I've been playing in the tournaments against higher level players, Boo doesn't show up because he's predictable.
Yeah.
Once you get that curve down, he's done.
It's true, and he's really slow. So, like, if you can get I've noticed that when I play against a technical player online, I just can't win because they can place it into places where I just simply can't get to. So
I'm still kind of learning the characters. I normally, like, in any of these games, I go with Mario, the all-round, fully balanced character, but I'm trying to experiment with this. I'm liking the tricky characters, and I'm trying to get a little bit more used to them.
They're a good starter character.
Yeah, really? Because I expected them to be the tough ones.
No, once you get that curve, I mean, you just use a power character to push them back, and then you just whatever that's called, where you hit it short, and there's no way to
drop. Yeah.
So it's.
I'm still trying to figure out how to do the drop and the lob. I thought it was X, but every time
Y.
I press X, it's Y.
It's Y, or no, it is X. It's X either
every
up
time
or down.
Every time
up
I press
is a lob. Up is a lob. Down is a drop shot. Which
is what X. I thought was, but every time I tried to do it, my character jumps across the screen.
If you push it twice, it does a trick shot, so you can only push it once.
So
I
that's
thought that was
frustrating.
bad placement.
I don't like that. I wish I could turn that off.
Well, you can just do it like you did in 64 too. You can hit A, B, or B, A. It's just it takes longer. So.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll try doing that. I don't have anything really else to talk about other than previews. I got a couple things in the mail today that I haven't had a chance to play with. There is this, which I'll give you guys a brief review on. It is the Power Tag. I keep forgetting that there are people who listen to the podcast and can't see me. It is the Daytel Power Tag, which is basically an amiibo spoofer, and it comes with a little NFC chip here. So I haven't had a chance to play with it, but I'm going to give it a run at some point this week, maybe this weekend, and give you guys a brief review next week. And I also got...
Yay!
I got an NES Classic Edition. I wanted one of these so badly when they first came out. Managed to get 3 Super NES Classic Editions while trying to get my hands on the European one. So there's my odd little must-have quirk. But again, as you can see, it's still in the box. Haven't had a chance, but I'm going to crack it open one of these days and put a few games on it. Basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep all of my 8-bit games, my Game Boy, Master System, and, of course, NES games on this thing, and then use my Super NES Classic for all my Super NES, Sega Genesis, TurboGrafx games, and stuff like that, because, you know, gonna hack the shit out of these things.
Very nice.
All right, go ahead, Eugene. I'm done.
I just had to add a note in my Audacity of where I'm gonna put a Pika. All right.
I'll tell you where you can put a Pika.
I've also been playing Mario Tennis, so let's start there. I think we've all kind of been playing Mario Tennis minus. But yeah, it is a good game.
Doesn't that make it positive?
It's damn it, Justin. It is not a great game, but it's a good game. Like I want to love it so much more than I do, but it just the game won't let me. It just gets in its own way. I'm gonna be the negative Nancy here about Mario Tennis, I guess, because I mean, once you get in an online match, sure, it's great, it's fantastic. But what happens, like Steve said, what happens if I want to play a doubles with Heather here at the house with Steve and Lucas? Can't do it unless you have 4 copies of the game. Okay, well, that sucks. what happens if I want to maybe play doubles with Lucas online against Phantom and my? Oh no, I mean, maybe you can, but it's just a random occurrence and stuff. Like, there's just so many little things that like are just so dumb about the game. Like mostly with the web interface, I would say, with like how the web play works, but man, it's just so close from being the definitive Mario Tennis game that it's frustrating to me. So, like, don't get me wrong, like, I guess if I had to rate this, and we're going to be reviewing this on our own, but I'm still tossing between, like, a 4 and a 3.5 on my end. I can't quite figure out where I want to put it. So, in my eyes, that's still a good game, but it's just not... it's just not quite there. So...
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of with you in that, like, I don't want to be that person, but this really does feel more like a $40 game than a $60 game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if it was a $40 game, then I would be able to forgive it a lot more for sure, right? Because then you can kind of view it as more of a budget title or something like that. It's like, okay, well, maybe they didn't have all these modes in there, but it's only a $40 game. But no, this is it's a full price game, $60 I paid for it. Like, I already got burned last generation with the other Mario Tennis game, so I'm already kind of on edge about that. So, I don't know. It's just frustrating. But let's not...
One more bad point, and then you can.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know what else it's missing that I was very disappointed with?
What's that?
Amiibo. You could train
yeah.
Amiibo for doubles in the last version.
Yeah.
I have a whole freaking
yeah.
set. I have a whole set of Mario Amiibo. There we go. I can't use them because they're not compatible with this game. Why?
Well, while we're talking on our things that we wish were in this game, I wish that they had taken the time to do little custom animations when you win a tournament. I miss that so much from 64 and Power.
Or even when you lose.
Yeah, it's just there's nothing. You win and it cuts to like a blurred frame of your match. And it shows a little tennis.
Well, I mean, they do custom intros in the championship when you get in the championship.
They do custom intros, but like, I miss that. That was something that's been like a Mario Tennis staple for me. And it's like, it's just one of those things that I think, like, you put a lot of work into this kind of lackluster single player mode. Like, if you had taken all that man hour like out of that, could you have put in some more stuff that I would have really liked? Or like, I don't know.
Yeah, and I'm going to chime in on that as long as we're kind of getting our negatives in. I mean, realize it's the exception more often than it's the rule, but if you're going to put in this robust, finger quote, robust single player mode, you need to do the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance method, because I mean, on a system where something like Golf Story exists for $15. You've got a full like story mode role-playing game built into your sports game. It just seems like it kind of half-assed to not have something like that in.
I agree.
Especially I realize,
especially when it has all the like RPG elements built in, but they're meaningless. Like, they don't mean anything.
Like I didn't even expect there to be like a story mode in this game, because those have always been saved for like the handheld versions. Admittedly, Switch is also a handheld system, so it could have gone any way. But like that kind of weird middle of the road thing where it's like you have this history of really good like RPG elements from the old games, and you had nothing on the new games. It's like I would have taken either of those for the sake of like, getting like ring shot and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, all right. I'm not gonna freaking beat this dead horse anymore. I'm going to move on to some other games that I've been playing. You can read about this in our hopefully 4-man review, Justin, if you want to join in on this as well. Sure. But in any case, another game that I've been playing, and pretty much the game, if I really think about it, that I've been playing the most these last like months, I guess, has been Pokemon Go. I really want to talk about this in this change this system. Yeah, because honestly, with this new friend system, it's really reinvigorated. Not that I wasn't playing before, but I'm really playing a lot now, because now I have to go get my Pokestops from the Mormon church to give to Steve, because otherwise we're not going to be friends. Awesome.
Yeah, you better.
Those Mormons always
I will-
hold Pokestops hostage.
I will end real life
Dude,
friendships if you don't give
do
me
you-
presents in Pokemon.
Do you know how many?
I don't even
I
have
send
friends
out?
in Pokemon Go yet, so
I know, you need to add us. You get free crap. Do
Yeah.
you know how many of the stops though that I send out are either Mormon churches or Starbucks? That's all we got. It's all it's in Utah.
But
Hey, we got a
I do
Catholic
have to
church
say,
and a Presbyterian church in town, but that's too far of a walk for me.
the update, while in and of itself is like, yeah, okay, they could have done more. But I mean, at least I can see that Lucas has caught a Sandshrew that he probably got from an egg that I maybe sent him, perhaps. Like, that's cool to see. Like, you can see all that kind of stuff. Like, it's not ideal, but I can still kind of see a brief play history of some of the people that I am friends with, you know? So that's kind of lights a little fire under my butt to, number one, go get Pokestops so I can continue to give gifts. But number two, make sure that I'm keeping up with Lucas and Steve, because god damn it, if he's gonna catch a Vulpix from a Alolan, I want one too, you know?
Oh, dude, that's I am so mad about that. I have hatched probably 12 Alolan eggs at this point since that update came out. Not a single Vulpix. I just want one.
I got 2 Vulpixes and a Sandshrew so far.
But-
Vulpixes or Vulpices?
Oh lord.
Bull pies.
That's
Oh,
next
well,
week's
fine.
change.
Minus that should, yeah, but that should be your
Minus.
question.
But yeah, Pokemon Go, like really good stuff lately from me. I'm back in it. I actually spent some money recently because I was $2 short from being able to buy the platinum or premium box or whatever that has all the cool goodies in it. So I spent $5 on Pokemon Go so I can get the 2,000 coin box, and I am not even sad about it.
I've bought 2, and I didn't have anywhere close to the coin to buy them.
Well, the thing that I do like about Pokemon Go is that it gives you the ability to, you don't have to pay for it if you don't want to. Like, I could have saved up my 50 coins every day if I wasn't Instinct to get, shop things, but like,
Dude.
I ended up buying stuff. Sorry, Lucas. I know it's a rough life with Instinct.
Like,
It's hard
I
to be
throw
like-
something in a gym, and it's like I sit there and I scope it out in my car for like 15 minutes. I drive away. Like 5 minutes later, my phone's vibrating. You've been eliminated from the gym. Here's 3 coins. I'm like, come on!
I left one at a building that had no people in it, and was booted out within about 6 hours.
Oh,
The building was empty. I know it because my sister-in-law works there.
Gosh. Alrighty. Well, that's been changed the system for me. That's been changed the system for the show, actually. We have found ourselves to the end, guys. But before we get out of here, we're going to do our regular round of plugs. From me, you know where you can find all the fun stuff. You better go to Infendo.com and check out all the cool stuff that's going on over there. Some of y'all might think the site redesign is crappy. Some of you might love it. But let us know how you feel, because we will update it accordingly. We, are looking to make it Infendo the best Infendo that it can be. With that said, we are going to get out of here for the night. Why don't you let the people know where we can find you, Phantom?
Why me first? You're always testing me.
Phantom, quick, go! Where are you?
I don't look at him when he's about to do it. So
It's
there's-
Literally,
like
you
gotta
were looking
hide
at me,
in my
Phantom, so, like, that's why you got it.
Anyway, you can find me on Twitter at Phantom4995, I believe. Yeah, something like that. And on the Infendo Discord, they're a little less frequently those days, but I do read everything everyone writes. So if you need to get a hold of me, that's probably the best way.
Very nice. Minus, where can we find you and your date, Princess Toadstool?
At my house.
oh boy,
Oh, this isn't going to end well.
this is not PG anymore.
Wow, minus.
I'm getting the Pika out of here. And you can find me on Twitter at -64MYNUS. 64. Otherwise, you can find me in the Infendo Discord, where I like to post a lot of stuff about news and Nintendo related stuff. So
Very nice. Where can we find you this week, Justin?
You can find me on Twitter at InfendoJustin. You can find me tweeting about Disney at Utilidork, UTILIDORK. You can find me on Switch by entering that little 12-digit number in my Twitter profile or on the screen right in front of you if you're watching live. And that's all I can think of.
Where can we find Carmen?
You can find me falling asleep at the end of the podcast.
How are you supposed to start to play Minecraft if you're sleeping?
I got family stuff to do tomorrow.
I got work.
I'm not
What's your
staying
point?
up late.
I'll be up.
Steve, where
All
are
night.
you going to be not sleeping and putting stuff on the internet?
Well, I'm probably going to be in Bimblepoof at some point tonight.
Oh, Lord.
Not going to lie.
Poof.
that sounds inappropriate.
It's my world.
That sounds like a lawsuit right there.
Am I going to have to put a peek on that?
You might.
You might.
You can find me at Gentis1 on Twitter. You can find me on the Nintendo Fever episode that just posted this week. Sorry that came out late. There was a miscommunication. You can find me at twitch.tv/Gentis. And you can find me running the help desk on the 4th of July because I thought that sounded like fun.
Fair enough. Lucas, what help desk are you going to be running this week?
Well, if you're listening to this show late at night all by yourself, you can find me in your closet staring at you. Open the closet door. I'm right there. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter at ChromaticHue. You can find me on Infendo.com posting articles. If you go to HughAdventure.com, that will trap you forever in an endless cycle of being on Patreon, where you can give me lots of money. This month, this is bad advertising. I don't know why I'm saying this. This month didn't do very well. That wasn't an exciting month. I basically just tweaked some bugs, and that was like the whole month. So apologies there if any of you happen to be $5 patrons and are currently live on the show with me. Next month will be better, I promise. But
Minus who's you talking about?
Anyway, that's the only place you can find me other than, once again, in your closet. Seriously, turn around and open the doors right now. I'm there waiting for you. And that's
My
me.
furnaces.
That's why I don't have doors. on my
It's so
closet.
hot outside. Why would you do that?
We are going to get so in sync, like the chess set gag and the Princess Peach thing, that one of these days you're going to turn around and I'm going to be in Minus's room.
That's why I don't have doors on my closets. I found Lucas there too much.
If you say my name three times, I
times.
appear.
Lucas, it's easy to pull off. You just put a green screen behind you in Minus's room. We'd never know.
Oh,
We're
gosh.
doing this. I was actually thinking a life-size cardboard cutout, but green screen would work too. We're going to make this
Okay,
happen.
well, we are going to get out of here. But first, you can find me at Infendo Eugene because I'm still here and I sometimes tweet, but not very often. But, you know, there's the retweets and the things, and they happen and the stuff. But mostly go to Infendo.com because that's where we're all putting articles up. I just posted one up today. It talks about why the Switch sucks. Go read it. Other than that, you guys and gals can catch us on the Patreon. You guys can catch us in Discord, as Minus and Phantom alluded to earlier. Go check us out. Go come say hi. We've got some cool people in there. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get out of here for the evening. Thank you for stopping by. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Oh, God,
Oh,
there's
Lord.
a squid, too.
Bye, everybody.
Damn it.
Hey, that's not bad. Bye. Bye, everybody.
Oh,
Good night.
did I win?
Ooh, Justin, can you do Mickey Mouse?
Oh, I
No.
don't think that was me.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
I mean, maybe I can. I'm not going to.
I'm a real boy.
Oh God, that's too good.
Wait, you be the right eye and I'll be the left.
That's how it was during the show. It was so creepy on the top reel.
Before anybody hits the unsubscribe button, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you, YouTube and Twitch, for dealing with this bull crap of a show. My internet's gonna be fixed next week because I'm calling Comcast tonight. Click the buttons. Click the
This is
buttons.
why you need to go to the live show so you can see this fun.
Yeah, if you're
That's
not on
right.
the live